Okay, so good morning. Welcome to ClayChat. We're talking to Pride Moyo this morning. Pride, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Pride Moyo. I was born on the 27th of September in 1986 in the city of Bulawayo, that is in Zimbabwe, in Kulumani. So that's where I attended my primary school. And then later on in 2000 and 2003, I went to Hamilton Boys High School, where I was introduced to art. And then my knowledge for art was broadened because learned about renowned artists such as Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, and Auguste Rodin. So after finishing high school, my father realized my love for art, and then he took me to art school. That was in Diliga's Art and Craft Center. That was the year of 2004, where I studied art for 1.5 years. And we were rotated throughout various art mediums, that is stone, sculpture, ceramic sculpture, poetry, and sign writing, and even painting. But after being rotated for 6 months, I realized that I love working with clay. That's where I majored into clay, and then did ceramics and paint. Picked ceramic because of its flexibility. It's a flexible medium that you can use to work with. And then in 2005, my training ended, and then the school that I was with then offered me the studio at their premises, where I stayed for a further 1.5 years, doing ceramics and exhibiting at the school. And then I also did metal sculptures, even to the extent of doing life-sized metal sculptures.
That is amazing.
Thank you. And then in 2009, I migrated to South Africa, and then here I met Marilyn, and then she used to buy most of my artworks and sell overseas. And then later on, our relationship developed to her being a mother figure towards me. And she kept on encouraging me to pursue my passion in art. So that was after being dormant in the art industry for almost about 5 years. In 2016, I picked up my tools again and I started focusing on art again. It was then that I met the director of the Artists Association in Pretoria, that was Peter Van Hayden. And then Peter introduced me to the Ceramic Southern Africa. And there I met Michelle Legg and Colin Lippman. They were kind enough to give me their studio space and other resources to continue with my art. And I was under the mentorship of Michelle Legg, and then she guided me and mentored me up until to this day, where I polished up my sculpture skills and experimenting with various oxides, colored slips, different types of clay, and techniques. Hello, Rika?
Yes, I'm here. Are you all right?
Yeah.
So you still,
yes, I'm all right.
So you're still operating from the Bryanston studio? Is that where you create your work?
Yes, I'm still operating from there.
Okay. Do you want to tell us a bit about the narrative of your work? I've got on the screen a picture of your lady sitting on a chair.
A lady sitting on a chair. That piece was inspired by a girl that was, I was just looking at it, she was just sitting on a chair like that. And, it was a Sunday afternoon and she was, busy with her and she was done. So most of my subjects are usually focused from the day-to-day situations of the townships, capturing each and every moment of it.
Yes. Do you want to tell us what type of clay do you use, Pride?
Yes, mostly I use terracotta clay and Omix fine Ndebele clay.
Omix.
Yes, all mixed fine,
Okay.
and terracotta fine.
Okay, so it's fired at earthenware temperatures?
Yes, what an earthenware. Yes, that is like 1,200.
Okay, and do you don't use glazes, it's purely oxides and underglazes that you use to decorate your or to finish off your pieces?
Yeah, my primary coat is underglaze, and then on top of the underglaze, I put oxides on top of it for the finishing so that you can have that ethnic color on it.
Okay, I've moved on to a next picture with a lady sitting flat with her hands and feet and with the hair, a nice strand of hair over her face. Do you want to tell us about her?
The lady sitting on that is basically an African cultural way of sitting, especially when the ladies go to their, I've forgotten how, I don't know how to put it in English. They go for inauguration when they turn from ladies to women, from being a girl to womanhood. So they go to the mountains,
yes,
and they do some stuff that it's difficult to describe, but they undergo
the ritual.
ceremony.
Yes.
The ritual, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So that is part of that ceremony.
Yes.
Okay. If I move on, sorry, I've got a picture where you stand. I think it was at a regional with two pieces. It looks like a gogo and a young child sitting on a box.
On a box. That was a mother's birthing a child.
No, she's sitting on a little stool, looking up with her hand, one on the knee and the other hand raised, and then the little one is sitting on the box. It's a separate statue.
Oh, it's a separate statue.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a Queen Diva.
Okay, so she's Queen Diva.
Yes, dramatic as she is, like, you know how divas are.
Yes.
You know, always on point and trying to, I don't know if you understand when I say trying to flex, what flexing is.
Yes, absolutely. It's in her hand,
yes.
the gesture in her hand.
Yes.
Okay. If I move on to there we can see her more clearly with that hand and the finger raised.
Yes.
Then we've got another one of a naked woman, a beautiful young girl with the hair in a specific style. Is that also
with a flower on her hair?
Yes. I'm not sure if it's a flower, but she's got on her head like a band hanging between the eyes. A little. Oh, I don't know how would you describe it. Sorry, I can't hear you.
A cowrie shell in the middle.
Can you hear that, Pride?
No, I didn't hear that.
That's probably also one of the girls from the initiation school, I assume.
Is it the one with the two
buns in her head?
Buns on the head. Yeah, actually, that's the one. Yes.
Okay, so it's from an inauguration or initiation school.
Yes.
Okay, there we've got the gogo again. Then we have a nice tall pot with the like two figures with a horn on both sides. That's in the shape of the handles. Do you want to tell us more about that piece?
That piece, it was an experimental piece whereby I wanted to do vessels and add on figures onto it. So, and then the horns, you know, like blowing horns for what can I say? Yeah, basically it was an experimental piece with the vessels and figures. But the horn symbolizes, you know, when you're blowing a trumpet as a warning in times of war and so on a long time ago, or to send out a signal to the people.
So you're using a lot of your traditional historic figures that you put into your pots.
Yeah, yes, I try to implement that as well, just to identify with the cultural background.
And that would that be terracotta clay with an oxide, or would that be a white clay that you've stained with oxides?
And no, that is terracotta clay that I stained with oxides.
Okay. Now we've got, oh, wait, I went too fast, sorry. We've got a little bench with two young boys, the one eating ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
There we see some color in your work.
Sorry?
Here we see some color in your work.
Yes, I was experimenting with color. And then the two boys on the bench were inspired by some boys that I saw in the park. And they were just, you know, relaxing and just playing and talking about that stuff and, you know, and comparing their toys as well. Absolutely. So I was trying to add some bit of color to the subject, you know.
Yes.
Just to bring out, you know, the clothing, so that the clothing can stand out.
I move on. I've got another one where the little, it's probably a young man taking out a thorn from his foot.
Yes. That one is inspired by, you know, when I was growing up and we go to the field and you get a thorn prick, you know, in the middle of the field, and then you don't have much of a choice than to sit down and take it out. Otherwise, it's gonna be, your foot is gonna be sore the whole day. You know, you can even barely walk. So it's from childhood memories that's where the inspiration of that piece came from.
It's beautiful, absolutely stunning. I've got now a photo where the two gentlemen, it's not you there, but there's a breast piece in a table. I think it's a piece that you made on commission for someone.
A breast piece, which one?
Is it for a company? There's two gentlemen standing with it.
Okay, no, I'm on the picture. You mean the bust with the gentleman with the checker shirt and some.
Yes.
No, that's a piece that I made for the CEO of Money Robert as a token of appreciation.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, we've got another. Sorry, we see you here in action at the studio where you've made some pieces and busy painting them using oxides. I'm just flipping through the pictures. There we go. We've got you at an exhibition, also with your pieces. I think that was at the Pretoria Arts Association when you had an
exhibition. That was my first solo exhibition. That was in November 2018.
Okay, at the Association of Arts.
In the Association of Arts, yes.
Okay, wonderful. There we've got a little girl sitting with a bear, teddy bear on her lap.
Mm-hmm. The teddy bear. So that one was inspired by my neighbor's daughter. So I was busy playing with the teddy bear. So that's why the whole concept came from
Okay.
it.
Pride, I'm going to open up for anybody who would like to ask you questions. Are you ready for that?
Yes.
Anybody got questions for Pride from your side? Okay, Pride, tell us what inspires you apart from your tradition. What is it that gives you the energy to get up and go and work every day?
You know, and the love for art, you know, I feel like it's the one thing that I've always loved and enjoyed doing. And most of my inspiration is always, you know, always trying to capture moments, you know, because, you know, with an art piece, it's not going to vanish or go anywhere. It will still stand. So it's always nice to capture that and put it in a piece so that you can always reflect on it in a way. So it's,
yes.
Can you hear me? Yes.
I can still hear you.
Yes. So, and the other thing, you know, with us being artists, you know, we just vessels that are, you know, portraying our emotions and our thoughts. That's what I think inspires me the most, to keep on, you know, doing art and sculpting.
How did you cope through the lockdown? How did you manage through lockdown?
I kept on, during lockdown, I kept on sculpting as usual, you know, just playing around with ideas and trying to put pieces together. So that's how I cope through lockdown. Being indoors and not having to go out much. So you always had plenty of time to sculpt.
Yes.
And that's when I said, yes.
And where do you see yourself going? What is your big dream?
My biggest dream is to keep on sculpting and making it and trying to motivate up and coming artists to take up art. And if you're looking at it, a broader picture, I think art it's another entrepreneurial business that you can get into. Because it has its challenges and it has its moments, but I think you can put with it, and by sometimes you sell, sometimes you don't. But I think my main goal is to keep on pushing and keep on trying until I'm one of those renowned artists in the ceramic fields as well.
And Pride, what is your biggest? Where do you sell your work mostly? What is your platform of exposure?
Most of my platforms for exposure has been exhibitions, and I've done sales as well. So of lately, I've been looking into selling online. So there are various sites that I've been looking into. So hopefully it works out. So.
And do you get involved with the younger generation training or doing a skills transfer? How do you think we can add to that? Because I think that's a great need.
I haven't done that as such, but there was another opportunity that was presented, but it didn't materialize, whereby we teach children in the location art, but it hasn't materialized yet. So I still need to get feedback from it. So I would like to, and I would love to get involved in teaching kids how to, sculpt.
Absolutely, that would be wonderful. So what are you currently working on?
Currently, I'm doing. Michelle is helping me a lot with vessels, coiling and vanishing. So that's what I'm busy with of lately. So you will see most of my upcoming works is going to be mostly vessels.
Okay, so yeah, which is a bit of a change of direction for you.
Yes, it is. So Michelle is good, but luckily Michelle is guiding me with all the processes on how to do it and how to call the points and how to put it together without having to create the thicknesses, the weight on it. So yeah, so I'm going to be doing some smoke firing in a couple of, maybe next month or so, with some vessels.
Oh, that sounds very exciting.
And sucker firing as well.
Great stuff. It sounds very exciting. Anybody else for questions for Pride from your side? It seems that you've told them everything they wanted to hear, Pride.
Yeah, that's great. But they're welcome to ask anything.
Okay. What I will do is I'll put some of your pictures. I'll post on Facebook on the ClayChat page, just for them to look at the other pictures as well. And then yes, I think that's about it from Pride's side. As I say, anybody else? Nobody's got a question for him or want to talk to him about anything else?
Rika?
Yes.
I just want to ask him, does he build them solid and half and hollow out, or does he coil each piece?
Okay, can I?
Yes, please.
Okay, are you referring to the sculptural pieces or vessels? The sculptural pieces.
Yeah, it would be the sculpture pieces, Pride.
No, I work them solid and then I hollow them out, but up to a certain thickness because they need some bit of weight as well, so they can't be really light, extremely light. So like your legs and your arms would be solid, but your bigger body parts would probably be then hollowed out. Yeah, hollowed, yes, like the head and the body part. But yes, and the body, especially the abdomen part.
Yeah, the torso. Maybe take us through your process when you start a sculpture. How do you go about when you start? Do you do drawings to inspire you?
I do a couple of usually follow with reference, because when you're doing a sculptural space, especially when you're working on human figures, you need to have a picture of reference or have reference. So sometimes, like, did I send you a picture of a boy on a tire?
No, there's not one of an attire.
No, there's not. So like I take a picture and then I get take a piece of paper and try and sketch it out and try and work out the proportion. So now I'm gonna put it over to my clay, and then from there I start working on the clay pieces. And then I usually, sorry.
Do you start with the torso? Do you start with the weights, the heaviest or the biggest parts? How do you go about?
It depends on how the position, the piece is gonna be sitting. So if it's a piece that's sitting down on the ground, I'll usually start off with the leg and work up to the torso, the head, and then lastly with the hands.
And then at what stage would you hollow out the larger pieces?
When it's hardened a little bit, then it can be stable. It can be stable without it having to fall apart.
Okay. So at your nice leather hard stage.
Not too leather hard, because sometimes it will be a little bit difficult to work on extremely leather hard.
Okay.
Almost to leather hard, yeah.
Okay, Susan, does that answer your question?
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions for Pride? Pride, thank you for your time. Thank you for sharing us your story. Thank you for sharing how you work.
It's a pleasure. And thank you. Sorry?
I know it's a bit strange, new technology and exposing yourself like this, but we appreciate your time.
No, thank you a lot for hosting me as well. I really appreciate it, and to have a lovely audience. And my apologies for not being able to connect on Zoom. I don't know what happened there.
No, don't stress.
I apologize on that.
It's technology. Don't go away. We're going to have a quick discussion about funding. So don't go away, okay?
Okay.
Great stuff. I just want to tell you all, I don't know if you are aware of the funding that is currently available